Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Yewo video bi ewo ha ene enumrein ye bebo ede akyere yetifo ni nyina efa koko ho nsem a NDC amayiko adi Ghana akuafo ehwamo na koko kwani bi a de din edi wosuani eno sese de NDC amayiko no edi nachi a the life anase ne nkwa eda sanem ede ena kwani waya NDC amayiko no etata na ne nkwa eda esanyem pe asama okwani no ankasa eka okwani ne sei wono na woye MPP ni mapa na yem papa ye president John Dramani Mahama Bosha wo share say wobedi ade a wobetimu atokoko afrekuafo nsem 7500 wo se enameno so eno free MPP anase woto na ba edema NDC amayiko a na wanye bida na wonto na ba mfama NDC da na woto na ba ma NDC fo wie ya wonkoti koko bu a antimu andrew 200 Ghana cedis impo eno enam so ema ne be ye video ka kire John Dramani Mahama say sa na da na wodada no no na wodada Ghana kuafo no na meboa na se abatu bi mpa ba wonu akasa de ne platform anaso betu no ho siwo na waye campaign ache Ghana kuafo nyina se NDC amayiko no eye sabi predecessor akohwifo enti obi ahwiye na wanto na aba amfama NDC abusia woso wo ye sa video no ewie ye pe NDC amayiko ade bechi bia no call every Jubilee House we see me national security we see me na me say wo se dia de na dru de wa ma bonten ama meka ho asema na so wu a wonhwe ya na busuafo anhu ade potin pa ekunu na busia yenko na ko he video no ye wi a ensem bia wasan aka fa video no no yensan fa ka ho na ho kwan a NDC amayiko pese wo faso na wo bu man e wo man konko Ghana yenko ye ba Nsem-Pii TV ye netifo ebeto aso
na mo aye bia koko mudi kodi sika kikiribie mudi koko kodi why dare you me ame brano obedi nyame why dare you ada 200 Ghana cedis amuru mudi tu koko mu mo tiateme me kwaka mo tiateme mo matime mo kume ya mo pano mo nya ya bre opiafo ya bre en kasasa na mo aye bia bre ya bre opiafo ya bre en kasasa ya bre senka wukunu no mi anka wo pe o boyfriend no mi anka wo pe wo sa ma mi we wo no wale wo ba wase no mi anka wo pe wa kunta wo nua no mi anka wo pe wo enya mi kunu wo enya mi girl wo enya mi ofase enti na wani breme no eyensemu ana wudie no enye se wani breme a anka wo fa comment basa ema mi video ase emedi matam every day chatting eba me so sa video na me ye no wo hwani me kasa free Jubilee House wo hwani me ye commander me ye national security hweye me ye bechew ye beye wo sei wo kasa anye me kam kira wo nese me ma no so me nifie me nika me nyega pade ense chairman untumi MPP chairman Kumasi me mo branch no hwe kwaya mode ne fa so agrada ni wosika magiye masifie echa agrada ekwaya mode na fa so dia mu ye chairman untumi no me de enye chira mo bekime mo be hyi me condemn me ne me mana ye tata aso nsia no ye nyina mo be hyi ye mo sene ke kan kwashe asem ye nsemu na wo kan no tie sa video we yie dia mu be ye ni bia mo nya me rumba se efie chi ni abofo afa di osua ni wu a nasa ye tigana ha ana nipa di matem twa madapa se me ye MPP ni me ye campaign edema MPP enti campaign na me ye nim ana his excellency John Dramani Mahama ka se na nado eye kronfo wa wia Ghanafo na wono dia wo ba obeto koko bag 75 million ana me reserve free MPP eba NDC ana me to aba ema John Dramani Mahama ni tree ana me poza ediku koko so enso me se sanso na me de koko na se said ya beya anonomo mafie ma kire niema bebre adishe bebre social media ya ntimi enyima ya afedie ye di matam wo bia wo se wo beto koko 75 million ye hwe ni mu sama ye 75 50 million kwawa ma ye just 200 Ghana cedis 2 million went me and fanka koko and guasie person of state for no and penny for na we don go plaster house no me papa me wo fa me nua no wo mo anka me pen me be go wo mo enti wo mo antufo so we di nsuo adwuma wa num akasa ana mkam yo follower and so we can see mahama me comment ubiem me like ubiem me show video ubiem I don't care yen kan okre dollar kofam wa me dollar na midie dollar gumifie dollar egumifie dollar kofam wa no bompa ye say dollar be kofam sidi nkosoro ya the dollar no to kokoko what say kua fobo what promise ye threaten ba me so mo pa me ache me nam we me nko na me kwafuom me nkwa e whiskey I don't care number se wo fiachi eni abofo wo ye de obetumi ne braso anu okọ number won coin afeje mabramo ye mo pa mo nyame ni wo sika anu onyam echeche ma wuntumi e bia na manfa anya no na me kwahye mpanyini ye ni kurasi ni bi ba de feme mo chi mi tum mo hyi mi mo kumia na mo aye de ari koko mo di kodi sika kikiridie mo di koko kodi why dare you me am me brano obeti nyame why dare you ade 200 Ghana cedis awuru we di to koko mu mo tiateme me kwaka mo tiateme mo macheme mo kume ya mo pano mo nya ya bre opiafo ya bre e nkasasa ya bre
party. One reason is party neglect. Yeah, I have to look. Whatever I'm telling you today, they will insult me, they will do everything, but that's the gospel truth. They don't want the truth to be told, but that's the truth. We step on so many toes. They show some videos about Kennedy Japan. He said this, he's not a presidential material. And if they are not being diabolic and you listen carefully, it was an advice I was giving them and criticizing some bad deeds of the party people. But now they use it against me. During the campaign, I've been quiet because during the campaign, they wrote 10 sins of Kennedy Japan. That's why I apologize to President Mahama, because he's been very nice to me. He loved me. He loves me and everything, his wife. But because of party, I ignored this relationship and criticized him. And I have to be honest, I was harsh. Only for me now to come out, when I was criticizing NDC, my party was happy. But when I decided to contest, was the time that they used all the things against me. All the things I used to defend NDC became a sin. And they circulate around 10 sins of Kennedy Japan. So now I'm quiet because my argument is in the Bible, they have 10 commandments. And since Abraham's time, they've not added one to it to make 11. So 10 sins of Kennedy Japan, I'll not go and say anything for you to add 11 sins or 12 sins. That is why I'm quiet.
But how can you campaign when you're quiet?
No, campaigning, like what is going on, I can say a few things about mistakes NDC is making, but now I'm not going to say it. Country broke, broke, we day inside.
Well, viewers, I promised you, we are in a conversation with Honorable Kennedy Japan. And as you do know, Honorable Kennedy Japan is aspiring to be president of Ghana. I said he wanted to be presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. He says no, president of Ghana. We're going to go for a short break. And when we come back, I'd like to ask him a rather difficult question. I'd like to ask him this question. The people that you contested with, you believed that you were better than them or that you could do better than them. But in the end, you followed them. Why? Let's go on the short break in the studio and we're having
the courage to say that I'm going to contest. No. Those who didn't have the patience and left, now they cannot come back and contest. So I decided to stay and look at what God has for me, in store for me in future. And we're back again. You know, those days I was telling them the truth and they didn't listen. Rather, they used it against me that I was destroying the party. But let me take the opportunity to explain. In March 2022, I had about 240 million cedis in 6 banks waiting for a contract. It delayed, and after that, it didn't happen because I came out openly to contest. I gave a contractor $100,000 to buy doors from Turkey for me. And the invoice he gave me was 600,000 cedis. In August, when the goods arrived, he needed 100,000 to clear them, and he came. The invoice of $100,000 in August 2022 was 1,550,000.
Why?
Yeah, because of CD depreciation. I was shocked. So when I gave the check, then I went back to calculate. In March 2022, the 240 million cedis was equivalent to $40 million because it was 6 cedis to $1. That is why I gave him 100,000 and he gave me invoice of 600. The same 100,000 in August 2022, it was 1,550,000. So I went upstairs and started calculating the value in dollars. The $40 million in March 2022 was 15,483,000. If you like, strike 240 million divided by 1.550, and you see $15,483,000 from $40 million. Money in the banks that have not used, taking risk to do business, and
all gone.
Yeah, just sitting in the bank. The depreciation, I lost almost $25 million. Am I the only businessman in this country? Colleagues, businessmen were also going through the same. And when they see me, they say, you people, we are waiting for you. I went to a Greek bank to transfer money to a Chinese supplier. And they gave me the rate. I said, wow, it's too expensive. Can you do something? For the first time, the lady, anytime I went there, she was quiet, never talked about politics. But this time, she was behind me when I was talking to her junior colleague. Then she retorted, then Yaman must say, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. Also, the amount was shocked.
She would say that to you?
Yes. A week later, I went to a Greek bank. There was a beautiful lady, we always joke. I got there, cracking the jokes. Normally she would laugh, but this time she was cold. Then I asked her, I said, honorable, you could jam me podia. Send come de nyamiase. So how can you make such a statement? And can you forget us form? The whatever you call it, was on her desk. And she was crying because she said in her sleep, the husband will wake her up. Why? What is wrong? Well, according to her, the husband will hear her say, sigh, and she's not even aware. In her subconscious, she's thinking of the money that she's lost and everything. And her problem was that she did not tell the husband that she had invested the money. So she couldn't tell the husband. Another time, one deputy chief executive, MPP, called me, said, Honorable, she was a nurse in UK, came back, invested a pension in these bonds. Now, and listen to what she said. Say, I did finance in Toronto, University of Toronto. But what Ken Ofori-Atta has brought, I don't even understand. Then I jokingly said, but you did finance University of Toronto, and me, I sent them to my middle school. Yeah. You see how you're cracking up the same way. Then she said, Honorable, look, I'm not joking. It's serious. So I had to go to the minister. Say, Minister, this will cause us defeat. And even our own people are disgruntled. So if you can do something about it. If you remember very well, they extended the date. Okay? It's because I spoke to him. Then he said, well, there's nothing he can do. And he saw the former Chief Justice Picketing. So during my campaign, I told them, anybody in that administration, he lost the election in 2022, because Ghanaians have decided that they'll get rid of us. And they used that against me, that I caused their defeat. And you think Ghanaians that were suffering?
Because you spoke the truth.
Yeah. They use that. Some candidates go around, because of him, we lost the election. Did I say that when the fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you? The lady quoted it at the Great Bank. Did I say that I'm going to lock the dollar, is under lock and key, and give it to police or whatever? And you think I'm the only smartest human being in this country that did not listen or heard? And when they are losing their business and take a decision, now you use it against me that I caused the defeat. Today is an opportunity for me to explain this. Look at NBC adverts. The number of adverts, what Baumia said that they used against him, and compare to the number of adverts they said I have said that. They've never been fair. You see, they've never been fair. But I leave it to God. All the things I said was a caution to them. If they had listened to me, there wouldn't have been this humiliating defeat ever. But they didn't listen. Because the whole party machinery was against Kennedy Ejapon.
But Honorable, those who didn't want you to win, let me put it mildly, those who didn't want you to win, they are still there. So what convinces you that this time round you will win? The people who obstructed you,
okay,
they're still there.
They don't have the power.
Okay.
They don't have the power. This time, Obia Nubia. People are not afraid of them. They were coerced. They were threatened. MCs, they were forced. If not, they'll remove you. Chief executives, they'll remove you. Ministers, they'll remove you. And few of them, I can quote Edward Watson, who openly supported me. They sacked him when he not sacked as such. When he was 60, a day before 60, they asked him to pack.